Today on Box Break Podcast, we're saying goodbye to Darkness Ablaze, the last standard set for the Pokemon trading card game. We're going to take one more shot for the Charizard VMAX. Let's see what we can get. Let's jump right into it.
What is up and what is good and what is going on? You are watching / listening to the fastest growing financial advice podcast based on cardboard pictures of cartoons. So today we continue our send-off on this Wednesday, November the 4th, 2020, as we send off the line of products that is preceding the new releases with Darkness Ablaze. As you know, that Vivid Voltage is coming up shortly. The official release for that is November the 13th, alongside Commander Legends. So this week we are going through the sets that were the most recent as we get ready for a wave of new releases and new content. Now, if you would like to take a part in these videos, the easiest thing you can do is like these videos, but if you want to get directly involved, you can check the link in the description below on how you can get involved. And today we have 16 Darkness Ablaze packs, 8 for my good customer Simon, and 8 for Vic. Vic was the one who opened the great Pikachu out of the amazing Volt Tackle boxes, and I hope that he or someone else will be able to pull the English Pikachu VMAX card. Now, today's topic of the podcast, because this is the most fastest growing financial advice podcast, I'm going to talk about how I try and often succeed in getting cards or product completely no cost to me. Now, you might be saying, oh, wait a minute, are you telling me to steal it? Well, that is the fastest way, yes, but don't do that. Never do that. And if you do that, don't tell me. And it's not something to do, because I'm going to tell you how to do it without having to resort to theft. What I like to do and strategies that I do in order to get product for as cheap as possible and oftentimes make me money. Because this is a podcast where I'm talking about finance, about investing in sealed product, right? But here I am opening packs. Now, yeah, oftentimes these packs are sponsored, so the boxes are paid for by someone besides me. But oftentimes these products I opened it up, like on Friday, I will be sending off Zendikar collectors as we get ready for that. That is just a box out of my own personal collection, and I'm just opening that for myself. So we're going to get right into it, and I'm just going to quickly discuss a few things I do in order to get that. So good luck. We're going to start off with Simon's 8 packs here, as Darkness Ablaze is giving me a hard time. Now, of course, you want to pull the Charizard VMAX card, right, which is really awesome, and it's what the rainbow one was based off of as we move those there. So as I go through this, one thing that I'm going to get into soon is how to use credit cards with a Militech card to your advantage. Now, you might say, oh my goodness, credit cards. Don't you know the statistics of how many people are in crazy debt? Yeah, I do. And I know all about being in crazy debt because I have videos lined up down the pike for certain goal milestone videos where I will explain how I made some very poor decisions which led me into credit card debt, and now I am out of credit card debt. But there are things in credit cards known as rewards. What is that? What? I dropped the card. I was excited. I was like, did I just drop a Charizard? No, it's a Rhyperior. Right? So, but credit cards have these things known as cashback rewards, right? So if you use, say, the City Double Cash card and get 2% back on all of your purchases, I am not sponsored for that card. I'm just saying something that I know. It's a card I like to use. You're going to get back 2% in cash every time you use the card. So if you spend, let's just say, $2,000 a month in food expenses that you were already going to do. So you have food, you have clothes, you have just whatever it is, your gym, you put it all in the card, You pay it off, right? Money you were going to spend anyway, whether it's buying cards, put it on your credit card and get your cash back and use the cash back rewards, which was effectively free money, which is rewarding you for using the card. It's effectively free, and you can use that cash back. You'll be surprised how fast it'll grow to buy product, and you can take that product, throw it in the closet, and it was like you just got a free investment. That's better than almost any free deal that you can get from anything. That's a very simple one to start out with, right? And, I say that, just go out and use a credit card. I think people should be doing that anyway. I think that if you have the discipline, and if you're watching this show, I am just going to assume that you do. Woo! There we go! Rainbow! Simon, check it out. Send a Scorch VMAX. That's a responsible thing to do, is pull rainbows. I'm going to get the price for that up on the screen. This appears to have some pretty poor centering from left to right. Let's check the back. Yep, this is not a well-centered card, but this is for Simon, and he will have the opportunity to do this what he likes. I love Darkness Ablaze. This is one of my favorite sets to open. I think it's got some great cards. The fact that it has a Charizard in the regular set that's still good, it's not one of the secrets or whatever, really makes me think it in the long term has some good value. So but if you're watching this show, you should already be financially responsible. You're not spending money you don't have on cards. I keep stressing that. People love to talk about how crappy it is to, oh my goodness, my hands are all shaking from that Scorch right there, right? Right? People love to talk about, oh, these cards are so expensive. It's like, well, here's the deal, right? If you're able to talk about Pokemon cards and just think about them, your life situation is probably somewhat all right. You know what I mean? Somewhat. Of course, everyone's situation is different. But these are, I have to continuously say it over and over again, that these are luxury items. So you should not be spending money that you need on luxury items. And it'll be a constant on this show. And if you don't spend money you need on cards, you'll be able to build a very good collection, because you're never going to be forced to sell low. You're never going to need to make a trade you don't want to do. You're going to be able to build up nice positions in these cards, and it will only work out for you going forward, right? So the easiest one is the credit cards. Now, the other one is a little more controversial, right? Because I'm sitting here as someone who sells product, but I'm going to tell you, what you want to do is be very picky on the prices you pay for things. Get yourself educated, right, on how much vendors pay for product. Get yourself educated on buy lists, right? If you were to go buy a car, the number one thing that they would tell you is you want to learn the invoice price of the car. You want to know how much it cost the dealer to get the car. Why? Because that's your negotiation range, right? As we get into VIX cards here, right? So you want to know how much a card would cost. So if you know a booster box of Magic costs $82 to a vendor, right? Which is about what it does. That's how much it costs if I want to purchase product from this. As I got too excited there, right? That's about as much as it costs if I want to purchase a product from a distributor. It's about $80. If you're purchasing product at $80, let's look at it this way, right? If you're able to sell the product that you paid $80 for $100, which is the resale value, right? It's not really ripping anyone off. You buy 6 boxes for $80, think about this math here, or 5 boxes for $80. 5 boxes for $80 is going to get you for $400. Sell 4 of them, right? Following along, get your pen, get your paper, take your shoes off. That way you can do the math. If you sell 4 of them for $100, what happens to the 5th box? It's free. It's free. Now, what are you going to say? Oh, but I don't have distributor. I don't have any distributor ins. You have all of these things that I don't. Well, first of all, I had to figure out how to get them. But also, let's look at it another way. eBay. eBay constantly has coupons, 20% off, 15% off, right? Go ahead and buy a bunch, buy a reasonable amount of bulk, and then resell them for a come up. I'm not telling you got to double your money every time, and you can keep the next one for free. When I was building my Magic collection, right, not even for like investing, this is just when I want to build like decks. What I'll do is I will buy a collection off someone, and normally I pay around 60 to 70% TCG low. Let's just say 70%. Okay, 70% TCG low. So $1,000 worth of cards, I paid $700. My goal is to sell $700, get $700 in sales. Man, Vic, this is not good so far, right? It's to get $700 in sales, right, as fast as possible, and then the remainder of the cards, because I'm not selling them for 70%, the remainder of the cards are mine for free, minus my time. Of course, don't ever think that your time is not valuable. We talked about that on last Friday. White code, right? And don't ever think that your time doesn't have value, but if you want to just not come out of pocket for these cards, it's really a decent strategy to just say, look, I'm buying collections. I have this amount ready to spend. Kangaskhan, right? And just have a little bit of money. You don't need $50,000 to do this. You could do this with $1,000. Look, yeah, it's $1,000, but like I said, again, continuing to say this, hobby. If you're in this on a budget and you're not spending a lot of money on it because you don't have much money, well, depending on your life situation, it might not be worth your time to be dealing in cards until it's a little more stable, because these things really can get addictive. They can really drain your resources if you're not careful. Plenty of people have fallen to the cardboard crack. I just keep it on this channel, on this show, we keep it 100. I have seen way too many things happen to way too many people that I don't want to have happen to my audience. I want my audience to get their cards at as close to cheap as possible. I want them to make better decisions with their collections. I'm not here just so you can make a bunch of money and be, Mr. Burns and just hate the world. It's like, no, I want you to have cards you want for yourself, but I don't want you to do it at the expense of your enjoyment of the hobby because you are spending more money than you need to. And there's a hit behind this pack, and boom, Butterfree V. Butterfree's such a great Pokemon for any of the fans of the original. Butterfree really was great. If you didn't cry on the episode where Butterfree flew away from Ash, I don't think you have a soul. And I will just tell you that straight up right now. One last pack of Darkness Ablaze before we send it off. In the future, if you like this thoughts about I have many, many, many strategies on how I get cards. And at the end of the month, my credit card balances all say 0, right? I have many strategies that you can employ in your collection building. And if you want to hear it, hit the like button, get the bell on. And we have a Toxtricity, eating seeds. So if you want to hear more ways that you can get cards for as close to free as possible and not come out of pocket, and it doesn't even matter the cost of the card, let me know. I have a lot of different strategies that I've employed over the years, and I'd be happy to share them with you guys. So until then, get the bell on, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments if you want to hear more. Let's try to get this video to 30 likes. I think this video is kind of cool. Darkness Ablaze is a great set. I'm going to miss it doing box openings, but I got lots of Vivid Voltage coming. On Friday, we got Commander Legends. On Friday, we have Zendikar Collectors in preparation for Commander Legends. And on Sunday, we will have the Sunday Breakdown, where I will go over Commander Legends because the spoiler season should be over. So similar to how I went over Vivid Voltage, I think that Commander Legends is going to be a set that is going to sell extraordinarily well, even in the face of the Pokemon Uprising. So until then, if you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like. Please be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will catch you guys next time.